Why choose us? How do our 11 Plus test questions compare to other providers? Our 11 Plus test questions focus more heavily on reasoning, problem solving, and high challenge. As a result, children make rapid progression, have a greater depth of understanding, and are better prepared to pass the 11 Plus exam. Other 11 Plus materials and exam questions out there focus more heavily on fluency, repetition, and low challenge. As a result, children make slower progression, have a lower depth of understanding, and are less prepared to pass the 11 Plus exam. How do our 11 Plus test answers compare to other providers? Our 11 Plus test answers have full explanations and working out. We provide full and detailed solutions and explanations to our 11 Plus questions for children and parents to learn from in a student-friendly manner. As a result, children learn from mistakes made, their learning and progress is enhanced, and they feel empowered to pass the 11 Plus exam. Other 11 Plus materials and exam papers offer only answers to questions, mainly with little to no explanation. Consequently, children and parents may struggle to understand how an answer is derived, which can often become frustrating. As a result, children face difficulties in learning from mistakes made. Their learning and progress is limited, and both children and parents can become disenchanted with the whole 11 Plus process. How do our 11 Plus timed tests compare to other providers? Our 11 Plus tests have a countdown timer installed to train children to manage their time effectively and handle time pressure in the real exam. As a result, children are well versed in managing time effectively. There is less chance of a panic attack or brain freeze, and children end up picking up more marks in the real exam. Other 11 Plus materials and exam papers offer no countdown timer, consequently there is no pressure to finish a test within an allocated time frame. As a result, children run out of time, they encounter panic attacks or brain freeze, and end up losing more marks in the real exam. How does our 11 Plus test feedback compare to other providers? Our 11 Plus online testing platform offers a detailed and comprehensive report of a child's performance to parents. Parents can instantly monitor their child's progress and intervene at the earliest opportunity. As a result, children's learning and progress is improved, parents and children can set clear targets for progression, and it is more likely that the child will pass their 11 Plus exam. Other 11 Plus materials and exam papers offer very little to no feedback on test performance, such that parents are left disillusioned and overwhelmed with anxiety. As a result, children's learning and progress is stunted, parents are left confused, and children have difficulty in passing their 11 Plus exam. How do our 11 Plus tests progress compared to other providers? Our 11 Plus online testing platform is very progressive. The materials and test papers become increasingly challenging with little repetition of the same skill. This results in children making rapid progression, having a greater depth of understanding, and being better prepared to pass the real 11 Plus exam. Other 11 Plus materials and exam papers often consist of repetitive questions in different forms, which helps with knowledge retention, but offers little in terms of progress. As a result, children progress more slowly, have a lower depth of understanding, and are often less prepared to pass the real 11 Plus exam. Have we undertaken any 11 Plus exam research? Our 11 Plus online testing platform is a complete solution. We have undertaken several years of research into 11 Plus exam papers to obtain this total solution for 11 Plus success. Our materials are unparalleled and highly regarded and valued. As a result, children will be better prepared to pass the 11 Plus exam. They will make greater progress without burnout, and children and parents alike will feel empowered with the whole 11 Plus process. Other 11 Plus providers have mostly failed to evolve with the modern demands of the 11 Plus test. There are still many materials out there that are heavily outdated and ineffective. As a result, children are not as prepared to pass the 11 Plus exam. They make less progress with a greater likelihood of burnout, and it leaves both children and parents alike very frustrated. What does research say about our 11 Plus online tests? All study habits are not equal. There are some study habits that are considerably more effective than others. Researchers have recently categorized 10 learning techniques according to whether they provide a high, moderate, or low utility based on each technique's relative efficacy, ease of use, and applicability to a broad range of learning situations. As you can see, many other 11+ materials fall into the category of low and moderate utility, whilst our materials at 11+ practice papers fall into the moderate to high utility category, which means that we are more effective in our approach when it comes to children's learning. What are the benefits of online learning? Our use of online images and materials helps embed knowledge into a child's long-term memory in comparison to textbooks and paper copies, which feed into their short-term memory. It is much easier to show a light bulb than describe it. 63% of learners are happy to engage in the convenience of online learning without any prompting or nagging. 81% of learners say that the flexibility of online learning makes them feel responsible for managing their own personal development. Other facts to support online learning are 90% of information transmitted to the brain is visual. Information is 30 times more likely to be absorbed online than from a textbook. 40% of people respond better to visual information online than a textbook. There is 24-hour access 365 days a year from anywhere in the world. Thank you for watching. We hope you decide to join our growing 11+ family and give us the opportunity to help your child secure a grammar school place.